What's going on, guys? This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we do our best to be the bridge between our fellow real estate investors, entrepreneurs alike, and the cryptocurrency world, where crypto is the biggest opportunity. Make no mistake about it. Over the next few years, it's not even close. We're glad you guys are along on the journey with us. This will be remarkable. Corey, take it away.
Absolutely. Corey Geary here, just hanging out here in Puerto Rico. It's been rainy 1 hour, sunny another hour, rainy another hour, but man, it's been awesome. Yeah, just truly blessed to be here on this journey with you guys, where we are going to use that cryptocurrency asset as a wealth creation tool. And then when the timing is right, use real estate as a wealth preservation tool. And make no mistake, we have no intention in sitting around through another bear market. I don't care what anyone's shilling you, saying hashtag never selling. BS. Don't sit through it. Guys, when it's time, we're going to take profits, put that into some legacy wealth type assets that can sit and produce some cash flow. Maybe it's some business acquisitions. That would be really cool. And then we can just, chill out for a couple of years while we let the next market cycle continue taking its course. And we can make money while we do that too. And so this is going to be a fun ride. I hope you guys join us all the way through from the wealth creation stage all the way to that wealth preservation stage. And it's going to be fun. And man, has it been fun in RH land? It has been crazy in Hexaco. A lot of, I don't even think it's FUD really. It's just news emerging that he may or may. That basically they're trying to say he was served, but it's going to be up to the court to determine if that serving is legitimate or not, him being served is legitimate or not. They left that at some police office or something, and they said his address was this library. And it's funny because I was talking to a community member, and I don't know if I should say who he is, but he lives here in Puerto Rico. And you know him, Dan. He was at the Cava bar with me the other night. Cool. And he was telling me that library or whatever that place is where they had the Hex meetup. So they think they have the Hex meetup is where Richard Hart lives. That's so far off from
That's absurd.
It's absurd. And so I don't know how they can prove him being served and that means I don't know, and who knows? And I don't know the justice system. I'm not a lawyer, right? I can barely keep my own stuff together, and let alone try to go defend other people in the court of law. I had to hire a lawyer for everything, and then anytime he told me anything, I was like, man, just don't even explain it to me, dude. Just go do your thing. I'm gonna pay you work done. I'm gonna pay you money. I don't want to try to understand it because the shit's it's.
Right.
So that's the way I always took care of my issues. I'm fortunate enough, these days that we are only in crypto for the most part. I don't have a lot of attorneys in my life besides my Puerto Rico attorney who's helping me with my Act 60. But that's about it. That's about in my old days, man. I was talking to an attorney freaking every other day, dude. It sucked. It sucked. So. Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
So I think it's important to go through it in a little bit of detail. Let me go ahead and pull this up.
Pull it up. Yeah, let's do that.
Let me try to zoom in a little bit. This is kind of small. In fact, can we download it and I can make it bigger? Let's see. Let's say open image. Okay, let's see if we can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what's going on.
I really like this guy where you're pulling this information from. The person who's posting this, he has a very nice neutral stance. He's also an attorney, and so he tries to digest it and make it consumable.
Yeah, and shout out to him. If you guys aren't following him, let me make sure credit where credit is due. This is Nuclear Herbs, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah,
yeah, and for all intents and purposes, now I don't know if he's really an attorney or anything like that. But in our interactions with attorneys, I can tell you that he seems to be able to speak the speak. So take it for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
But so here's one of the documents that was produced, and it was really odd. So yesterday, the document that was uploaded to the case, the SEC claimed that they'd served Richard on October 31st. And here is their claim. So essentially what they've done is they feel like they found Richard's address, which, like you're saying, Corey, is essentially like a library here in Finland. And they've gone and reached out. Essentially, they've reached out by letter, telephone, and text message. They've left behind documentation at this address telling Richard to come forward and and be served. And then they say down here, multiple attempts of contacting Mr. Schuler using different methods over a period lasting nearly 7 weeks have given ample time for response from Mr. Schuler. As this is a civil matter and service is to be performed in accordance with domestic Finnish legislation, it is the decision of this process server that these documents shall be served through the method of substitute service in accordance with the Finnish Code of Judicial Procedure. Notice of service will be sent to Mr. Schuler's address, and the documents to be served will be deposited at the Helsinki police station, where they will remain available for pickup for 21 days from the date of service. And where this is particularly interesting is there's a few different dynamics here at work where you have Finnish law and you have law in the United States. Finnish law, they're saying here that they're counting this as service. They're going to leave the documents at the police station for Richard to come and pick up. However, in the United States, if I understand the laws correctly, in order to actually be served, you have to physically be served. They can't like just leave documents at the police station and then the judge counts that as proper service. I mean, for heaven's sake, Richard could be in Dubai for all anybody knows.
I would.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be in Finland. I'd be gone. I'd have been gone months ago. Oh yeah, this is crazy. So like it'll be really interesting to see how the judge in the case deems the service, if whether or not they say this is sufficient, whether they say that it's not. But the SEC is claiming that this is sufficient service and that the case should be able to be pushed forward. And it's just like, Corey, that my takeaway from all this is this was coming. Like this isn't news. This isn't surprising. Like they've been trying to serve Richard for a while now. And it's funny to me to see people actually selling on the news that Richard, the SEC claims that he's been served. Like this isn't new. This isn't new. We all knew this was coming, and it's just part of the process. So good for you guys that are picking up these dips. Name of the game.
Yeah, I'm actually speaking of dip, and I know it's a little bit off topic, but with this FUD combined with the Power City launch, I think we could see like the last like major dip before we have any kind of like correction.
Ooh, that's a good point.
You combine the two FUD events together because we all know, guys, I don't care what you say, anytime one of the large sacrifices launch, and Dane's one who kind of pointed this out, is that, they bond that with liquidity with Pulse. What happens, everyone dumps that sacrifice and it brings Pulse down with it. So you combine that with this FUD here, I think we might have a nice, I think we have one more leg down. Whether it's an all-time low, I don't think so. But it's probably going to be like maybe a double bottoming type event, or maybe like a lower high with a double bottom. And then then I think, that will create really good market structure. And then it'll give us the opportunity to take off. But that's where I'm gonna hold some stables on the sideline here these next maybe, couple weeks, see how it plays out. But I definitely have an intention to do one more DCA this year, and a good DCA this year. I just want to wait and see, because I feel like this downward pressure is not done yet.
Right. It's interesting. And I feel like, honestly, I kind of feel like I've been feeling like Archie here, plenty of time to keep accumulating. But there comes a point where there's not the same time anymore, right? There comes a time where there's a reversal. It typically, I don't think we're going to see this like hockey stick reversal where all of a sudden, a lot of people on Twitter are like, oh, don't get left behind. I'm like, I feel the same as Archie, where I think we've got some time But there is going to come a time where you're not going to be able to get these prices anymore. And man, you want to scoop them up in the bottom and the things that you believe in.
Yeah, I'm starting to really think now. Like I was, January-ish on back to SAC price. Maybe it's not even till like closer to the Bitcoin halving. Richard always did say you need 50 weeks to shake out the weak hands. And I can't remember who was doing the analysis, but the analysis, like on a lot of these layer ones and even Hex, 50 weeks was the time period before they really went parabolic. Like even Hex had its upward momentum, but like before it went really parabolic, it was 50 weeks, along with a lot of other layer ones, including Ethereum, if you look at it. So it's interesting to see. Maybe it is around the Bitcoin halving when we do come back up to that sacrifice price. And then once we push through that liquidity and push through that sell pressure, I feel like then it's like you have clear skies. Once you get through that, and like, that's where the last bit of like resistance is going to be at. Because people are like, oh, I got my money back. Let's sell. Right? They're going to throw up on the market, and then chase other green candles or whatever. That's what people do. And but I think once we get through that, that's where we could really shine. Now, whether it's a 10x, 20x, 30x, I don't know. Like who knows? But I do believe we can have our moment in the sun once we get through that resistance.
Agreed. Gary's on. What's up, Gary? He says the library has Richard in the name, the cross street also. Oh, that's interesting. How'd he get the cross street named in his name?
Yeah, I saw that the cross street, like it obviously has nothing to do with Richard Schuler or Richard Hart. It can't.
No? That's a lot of coincidences.
Why would the country of Finland name a library and a road after Richard Hart? Like, come on.
He's
nobody to Finland.
It's probably a money thing. It's probably a money thing. You probably could pay for it.
Come on.
I bet you could.
I think it's the SEC is retarded.
Okay.
I think it's absolutely they're retarded and they just can't figure crap out. And then like that, they send them there. I don't know. Funding Jim, I mean, give us your thoughts on why they named it the library in the cross street Richard. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
An address for homeless people. Yeah, a registry,
and
a library.
Surprised, like as far as corporate structure is concerned, like even if Richard does own the library, like you would have it in an entity, and so there should be theoretically. Now I don't know the laws in Finland, but theoretically there should be legal protection there. Like if it were me, I would hold it in a trust. The trustee would not be me, and therefore, like you don't own it. You know, like.
Oh, that would be hilarious if Richard owned the library in the street and like.
Would you put it past Richard? I wouldn't.
Oh, that's great. That's great. It's an address for homeless people. Like, dude, I don't know, man. Like, what happens if this goes to court, Richard, and they just throw it out because they say that's failed to serve? I guess they'd probably grant the SEC more time. It's probably what they would do.
Yeah, I don't think that's likely that they stop it.
Fail to serve. Yeah, it would be a granted more time, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm just preparing.
One of the things that is interesting is like, so for instance, one of the other ecosystems that I've been involved in for a number of years, now the SEC's come for those guys as well.
Come for everybody. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting to see them fumble the ball though. So in that case, the SEC came and they claimed that these guys had extorted, I mean, kind of like Richard, extorted billions of dollars, and they mismanaged the money and they were doing this all to enrich themselves. Whereas the ecosystem that I'm talking about here, they have real world assets. They have gold mines, they have oil wells, they have businesses that they've tied to crypto into the ecosystem. And so their claim was no, like we have all of the stuff that we claim that we have. And so they took that to the judge because they even froze their bank accounts, like the whole shebang. And so they took that to the judge and they showed him, hey, like, no, this is legitimate. This is a real business. And judge unfroze the accounts and apparently was pretty ruffled about the lack of real evidence that the SEC is presenting in that case. There's hope that, and there's rumblings that with the judge feeling like the SEC in that case is handling things, in a way that an intern would handle them, not an actual attorney, that they might throw out a lot of the claims, or the sentencing could be less harsh. And like as time goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some of the same stuff here where they're fumbling the ball. It's obvious that they don't have stuff together, and there's a greater chance that once again sentencing, or I don't even know what you call this, a civil case, but the penalty, that's what I'm looking for. Penalties would be less severe. Long story short, I hope we can get through it quicker sooner than not. Like, one of the worst case scenarios, in my opinion, is this keeps dragging on and dragging on and dragging on. If we freaking move through now, frankly, this is a fast timeline for the legal system in the United States. But man, if there could be some conclusion next year, that would be excellent. So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It would give us some some clear skies, that's for sure. Even though people would still find new reasons to FUD, there's always just new reasons to FUD. So
always,
yeah.
This is a good take. Yeah, RH would never pay to dox himself by naming a street after him.
Yeah.
I mean, but here's the thing. Like, if that's where because I think that's also where the museum is, right? Or I've heard rumors that that's where the museum was supposed to be. And so, like, if I could be wrong, I could be totally off on this one, but if that's the case, Richard's like, I'm gonna buy the street, I'm gonna name it after me. This is my freaking museum. Like, that has Richard written all over it. Now he's not doing that at the place that he's living at, and that's where the absurdity of all this really comes in. Like, is Richard living at a library? Come on.
Yeah, I agree with that. Thanks, Crypto7. We appreciate you, man. I appreciate your channel too. Yeah, you guys, if you're not watching Crypto7, he brings great content to the RH ecosystem, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, I saw this too. If Richard's looking to get his 10,000,
I saw that
during the day. He walk over, grab some bags, and walk back, man.
Okay, 7 miles though. I mean, that's like in any major city. I could probably find a Louis Vuitton store with at least a 10 or a 20 mile max radius. That's not that big of a deal to me. Now, was that the Louis Vuitton store he was shopping at? Who knows? You could go and watch that video. The video where he's walking out with all the bags, and try to go to that. He did Google Maps and go to that street and walk down that street and see if it matches up from that video.
Yeah,
and see if that is the place he was shopping at. It'd be interesting. I'd be interested to know if that is or not. Oh, Bunny
yeah,
said 7 minute.
I thought it was closer. Gary says a 7-minute walk.
Yeah, that would be more coincidence there. Like, yeah, I might do that. I might go to the Google Maps and walk around there and see if it looks like that video. He's like, walk. The video. Everyone makes fun of it on Twitter. I've seen it a million times.
Address this one. I think this is an important one to address. Address this, and let me see if I can pull up some stuff.
What about Lizard Warren, her bill, another fail? Yeah, I mean, how many times are we going to see this? I saw some statistics that she submitted, literally hundreds of bills, and none of them have been approved. And then you got BlackRock. I mean, she wants to get rid of Bitcoin, like everything. She wants to get rid of the whole cryptocurrency sector, saying that it's only used for terrorism and money laundering and scams, right? Now, although there is some truth to that, but it's not the only thing it's here for. It does, in my opinion, solve a problem for humanity and will change the world. That's it's a slow pace change, and people are going to do some bad things with it in the meantime. But that's just how anything is with any new emerging tech or sector or thing that's good for humanity in the long run. You always got bad guys. And getting rid of it and stopping the evolution of humanity is not the way to get rid of the bad guys. It's just not. It's not how you do it. She's submitted so many different, claims. The funny thing, Dane, that I saw about her is that she makes, what was it?
Like $240K as a civil servant, right?
$240K a year she makes, and she's got a net worth of $69 million. Or something like that.
I love that it said that her yearly salary is like 240 and her monthly income is 400K. Like
Like
that,
what?
that's corruption at its finest. I don't, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't tell me that you get into, I get fired up about this.
Yes.
You get into office and make a 200K a year, which is more than the average American. You're closer to
Right.
the information. So, of course, you have like first mover advantage. You have insider information, and there's no such thing as insider trading for politicians. Fuck them all. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
You
And
guys
then they
know
want to
Dane's
come and they
riled up
want
when
to
he
hire
cusses.
IRS agents to tax everybody. Fuck every one of them. I'm so tired of all this. And people want to act like I don't know. It's the no coiners that want to act like the government still has them in their best interest. And they have no idea. I'm amazed at how many people their heads are in the freaking
Agreed.
sand and they don't want to see something
What's
different.
really
And the
going
fact
on?
of the matter is that crypto is here and it's messing up their business model. It's messing it up. It's shaking it up. Of course, she wants to freaking come in and try to shut it all down because it's messing with her pocketbook. Of course, like welcome to advancement. Welcome to things getting changed up, and we're freaking here for it. I'm excited to see. It
I
needs
love
to
when
happen.
Dane gets
Like
riled
all
up.
the corruption is baffling. I could go on forever. Like it's so frustrating to me. They talk about. I was listening to a podcast. It was a great podcast with Brad Lee and
Oh yeah,
what's the
I love
Indian
Brad Lee.
guy's name? Patrick Bet David. Great
Yeah,
content.
yeah.
And they're on there, and he just like Patrick Bet David. He talks about how you need to. He said, "Well, this is how it qualifies it." And I thought this was money. This is like a life lesson. So he says, you know what? This isn't a recipe to live a peaceful life. But if you wanna have change, if you wanna create advancement in your life, and you want to fulfill your purpose, you need to find your enemy, whoever that may be, or whatever that may be in your life, that pushes you forward to go make changes. Because there will come a point in your life where you'll make money. Theoretically, I know this doesn't happen for everybody, but theoretically, as an entrepreneur, things go your way halfway decent. There will come a time where you have the money, you have the cars, you have the houses, you have the lady or ladies or whatever your preference may be.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. And you need something if you want to continue to grow to push you beyond the stuff. You don't want to sit on and rest on your laurels at that point. And so he says you need to find the enemy, the cause to push you forward. And absolutely for me, it's about corruption. It's about changing the system. And it's about giving the people hope that frankly have none of it. I can't tell you guys how many people we talk to that are out of cash or have very little of it and have almost no hope that is going to change. With inflation, with civil unrest, they have no hope. And that's the beauty of changing the system. That's one of the things that we feel really strongly that crypto is bringing to the game is it can bring back hope. It can bring back and instill opportunities for normal people that don't already have a bag, that don't already have all the cool stuff that they want. And we're here to be able to help change lives and do it in a big way. And so, man, I'm fired up about our cause. I think it'll be a cool next few years, a cool decade. We're here for it.
And speaking of fighting and causes, guys, if you haven't signed that amicus brief yet, please go sign it. You see it floating all over the internet. There's over 37,000 signatures on there. I'm going to keep promoting it. I might post it again on my Twitter again today. Let's get that out there, guys. I want to see that thing hit the 50,000. Especially, it'd be nice if we could get the 50,000 on the amicus brief before the end of January when all the court stuff is about to go through. And whether we get pushed off or not, which we probably will get pushed off, but I hope not. Let's have 50,000 signatures on that amicus brief. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. I am. Let me type in this address. I think I've almost found it for the Louis store.
Oh, you're trying to find the Louis store on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Find it. Let's see if I have the right one. Oh, I have. Okay, I found it. Let's do this. All right, let me share my screen. All right. So, so I'm not sure which is which. The Louis store is which one? It's one of it's either this end or this end down here. But yeah, you can see. So Richard lives on, or Richard, according to the SEC, lives in a library at the end of this down here, and the Louis store is up here. Let's go and see if it looks like.
Yeah, can you walk it?
Yep. Let me drop our little guy. Do they have Google Maps the same in Finland as they do here? Usually, you have a little guy and you
They
drop
should.
him, and you can see.
Any major city has
Oh,
the
right here. I got him.
capability of.
Let's drop him right there.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. We're either going to look at Richard's quote unquote house here or the Louis store. I can't remember which one is which end. This looks like.
It looks like it's you got storefronts.
Right. It won't let me go down this direction for some reason. It'll let me go this way. Let's have a quick look. This has got to be the storefront. No, this is where the movie store is.
Yeah, this is like a mall. It's like an outside mall, right? Like
that's what it looks like. Let's go. No. Let's go this way. Let's go down here. Let's
there's Dean. Oh, LA. No, that's look to the right, Dane, real quick.
Look we're down here.
Yeah, I got kind of turned around. I don't know what happened there.
Over here?
Yeah, no. Okay. All right. This is definitely where the Louis store's at because these are all shops.
It's got to be, right?
This is definitely like
Let's try the other end. I'll go drop them right over here.
All right. Well, this is going to be his library house. Yes.
Oh, yeah. There's the library house.
He does not live or own that. Come on, bro. He does not own that in the street.
This is absurd. Is any of this housing? None of this looks like housing to me.
Oh my god!
This looks like a business district.
It does,
right?
It makes me want to go visit now, dude. Like,
you can camp outside and wait for Richard to show up
at the library.
Oh, look at this! Yeah, sure enough, this street is Richard's.
Richard.
What is that? Does it tell us? Oh, Richard's Gatan. I'm probably saying that totally wrong.
Richard's Gatan. Yeah, probably. But
come on, man. This is really entertaining. I hope you guys are entertained. I am thoroughly enjoying this today. Oh man.
It is yeah. That unfortunately, Dane, what that's gonna do is just draw the case out more. If they January, they'd be like, well, you didn't serve them, go back and try again. And
Yep. Absolutely. But we appreciate you guys being in here. Lex says that they signed the amicus brief document. That's great. What else? What else you guys got? Hey, appreciate you guys being here. This is good stuff today. We're trying to bring you the goods. Where's Kaiser when you need a clip?
Yeah, right. I don't think he's watching today.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, let's see. And then Elizabeth Warren and Gary C. Bull Run start next year and say, okay, can you just get us in on faults, right? Right. And you know these MFers, they own crypto. They do. It's sitting in their wallet, or they have family members because there's laws. So they have a family member, they have distance or a friend that's doing all that stuff for them. Like,
yep.
Yeah. What pieces of crap.
Yep.
Sorry, it wasn't a family-friendly show today, you guys. My bad. Let's see. It looks like we just wiped out the shorts. We're starting to go back up. Oh, cool. Are we? Let's have a look.
In Bitcoin part or in our ecosystem?
I assume that's probably Bitcoin.
Yeah, it was.
We'll look at both though.
Yeah, bring them both up. I actually thought the price held up pretty well considering two factors, right? One, Bitcoin dumped, right? And we saw a pretty good decline there. And I feel like our ecosystem held up against Bitcoin pretty well. And then also with all this new FUD of Richard, owning the library in the street and getting served there, we're holding up. We're holding up, I think, just fine in accordance to what, everything else is going on around us. So I don't know. I like it. Let me see that.
Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, let's make the background black.
Yeah, Pulse is only down 3% today. That's it. It's at 404960.
Oh, that reminds me. I had a topic I want to talk today with you, Corey. Well, you and I haven't talked about this. So, in fact, we got Sprack. We've got some of you guys that are in here that are well versed in the crypto space. So I want your guys' take on this as well. One of the guys that did really well in crypto last cycle. Some of his takes are good, I feel like, and so I was listening to one of his takes yesterday, and he was saying, in his opinion. This is terrible looking. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. He was saying that that according to him, that if you look at some of these, if you look at some of the charts, there we go. Now we can see it better. So if you look at the charts and specifically the altcoins that are recovering very quickly or not being affected very largely when Bitcoin pulls back, that in his opinion, that's a sign of people's A, belief, and B, them loading back up because there's a strong narrative or community there to be able to, to be able to have some strong movement in the bull run. And in particularly to the things that we like, I thought that was really interesting with things like Pulse and Hex and PulseX. I mean, they haven't really moved, even with the Bitcoin price down, and even with the news yesterday of Richard being served. Like, they didn't move that strong. So I don't know. You think that idea holds?
I don't know. I think it does, man. I mean, yesterday I got a little bit nervous when this FUD came out. I have a Liquid Loans vault open just for a little small degen play. And I'm farming the USDL. Well, not farming. I'm staking it in the stability pool. And like I was watching really closely, and we didn't move hardly at all from all. And I mean, if you go on Twitter, you would have thought like the ecosystem would have been on fire, crashing and burning.
Right. I thought so yesterday. I was in there and I was like, "Oh, prices must be terrible today." And I was like,
Twitter
like, what's everybody worried about?
They did not reflect each other at all.
Right.
So I was like, okay. I think this is bullish because we've seen a lot of this like divergences in both ways. Like, it's been really weird. Like, community really strong. And you've talked about this, Dane, builders really strong. I mean, and, price going sideways really for the last, technically since the SEC news officially came out. Yeah, we've had some pumps here and there, but overall we're running sideways since the SEC news has been coming out. We hit that bottom of like 4 zeros and a 3. I think it was 4 zeros, 3 or something like that. It was down there for a short time, but most of the time it's been around 4 zeros and a 4 to 4 zeros and like 5, right? That's like where it's like been just that in that range for a very long time. And yeah, it's just funny. I feel like we are coming down from a W formation. Sprack, can you confirm this for me? And Dane, go to the daily chart. I want Sprack to confirm something for me.
That is the daily.
Oh, is it? Can you kind of zoom it out a little bit? Is that possible? I know you're on like yeah. Sprack, is a W forming here? Because when you have a W, that means you're about to really go to the moon. That means you're about to like shoot up like pretty strongly, right? Sprack, can you confirm that for me if you're seeing a W form here and they say you buy the W's?
Is this the W here? It goes like this, and then
it comes back up there, and then it's coming back down, and then Power City is live. All right, dump number 2 incoming. Let's go, get it over with.
Seriously,
finish the W pattern, please. That's cool.
Let's see if there's any liquidity over there.
I wonder if Power City, the whole thing is live or just the earn protocol. Be cool if the whole thing is live.
Yeah, let's see.
But yeah, Dane, I think that's a W right there forming. And you post to buy W's and sell M's. When an M forms, that means you're about to take a hard dump, kind of like a Head and Shoulders too. That's another one that dumps really hard. And a W means you're about to really take off.
Yeah,
so,
looks like support to me. Agreed.
Yeah. And Sprack knows
Red
TA
Squirrel,
really
real
well.
quick. Do you have the any chance, or anybody else? Can you guys drop the contract address for the Power City for the what's the token called? Watt. Yeah. If you've got that really quick, drop it in here. We'll go and look at it real fast. I'm curious what liquidity and the price chart looks like out of the gates. This is a great question, Ash. So we talked about this more recently. I don't think anybody's talking about this outside of us that I've heard.
Nope.
Where liquidity. Yeah. So you have the liquidity bonding where all this stuff launches. Initially, it's tied to Pulse, and then people, at least so far, they want to dump everything and get out. And with that being the case, like you see the price chart down on Pulse, it drags everything down. This is, I believe, and I think that, Corey, this is the last larger sacrifice that I'm aware of that needs to launch before we can have the weight off of us. So that's great.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know any. There's other sacrifices like Win-Win and Pulse Pot and these little ones that are
right,
still,
they're small.
but they're little. Like they were nothing like 10 million, 15 million. Liquid loans was 50 million. I mean, you have anywhere from 10 to 50 million of all these were coming out. And it's a lot of liquidity, man. And think about it. If you had a whale, he participated in the RH ecosystem. Besides the bonding and liquidity, obviously that whale, like if he sold out and he's participating in Solana now, and now he's finally got his coins on Power City and he's no longer interested in the RH ecosystem. I mean, God bless him. Let him go on his way. We want his coins. But what's he going to do? He's going to sell. He doesn't want to be here. He's like, he sacrificed for that, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. He don't want to be here. He's going to sell and take that money over to Solana or wherever else he's at, right? And there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just, that's him, and where he wants to go. And Solana will probably do well this market cycle if that's the case. But yeah, that's what's happening too. Yeah, and then Red Squirrel says he DM'd me too. Oh, there it is. He's showing me it's on Deck Screener, Dane.
Yeah, can you send me the contract address? We'll pull it up. I don't know why. Good job sharing that, Connor. It's not freaking letting me copy your comment.
Yeah, I can just share the link to the Deck Screener. Copy link.
Oh yeah, send that.
How do I send it? Oh, I know how to send it. I know how to send it. I'll just text it to you.
Yeah, that'll work.
You'll receive it because you have the Mac.
Yeah. That'll work fine.
There you go. Pull that up there.
Let's have a look at it.
004. Let's see. Yeah, do you guys know? And please comment in the chat. Do you know what the SAC price is for the Watt token? I invested, but I don't remember what the rate I got.
Yeah, I don't either.
There it is.
So it's kind of like
and you can't eat the first candle is always like that's the liquidity set. We have to see where it's landed. That looks god awful.
Yeah, I mean this is there's 250K in liquidity, so they started out.
Hey, good job, guys. Good job.
Is this right? Market cap's only 80,000. Something's wonky with these numbers, right?
Well, there's a lot of them that are locked up in NFTs, Dane. Maybe that's why. Remember the initial release was like, hey, we're going to give you guys all NFTs and you get a 2x multiplier. If you want to break the NFT and sell your coins, you can, but then your 2x multiplier is gone forever. And I bet you that's what this is. That's a beautiful. But that's been all the charts, Ash. All of them.
Everything that had to say.
All we did, guys, was postpone our bear market to like the last minute. Like everyone else had their bear market in 2022. Everybody. Solana had it. Avalanche had it. every other ecosystem, Ethereum, of course, Bitcoin, everyone had their bear market, but we were frozen in time. We were literally frozen in time, and now we're having our bear market here at the end of 2023. And hey, let's get it out of the way. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's flush it out, and yeah, and then let's get the bull run on the way, because I want to fly to Finland and find out where Richard Street's at and go sleep in the Richard library.
See Richard's penthouse in the library.
His library, yeah. I got to see where my stack is at. I got my crypto journal here. I record everything.
I'm trying to remember which wallet I sacrificed from.
Yeah. Where am I at? Okay, cool. I sacked my main wallet, so I should have. I'll give you
guys the update live here. I'm gonna pull out my crypto computer. Let's see what my sacrifice is worth right now.
Now it might be an NFT name, so I don't know if you can be able to see the value of.
Well, but you got the Watt token plus you got the NFT, right?
No.
Or I don't think so. Well, I think you got the NFT, and there were some other tokens that you got in addition.
You got the Earn token, and that was for their liquidity fork, right?
So if you were going to dump Watt, you'd have to sell your NFT. Is that accurate?
You got to, or it's like an ICOSA or
right. You have to burn it and get the tokens.
You got to burn the NFT to access the token so you can dump it. Right.
What is the? I want to see what the. Let's go do some more digging. I want to see what the Earn. Does the Earn chart look like?
Yeah, see if you can find that. That's an interesting chart.
So let's see. Earn on Pulse. Actually, let's do it this way.
Boy. Yeah, people are dumping it pretty bad.
Yeah.
Let's see where it lands. Do you guys know the SAC price? Did you guys comment on that? I didn't know if you guys commented on that. Rugged. It's not rugged. It's just paper hands being paper hands.
Let's see for sure.
And no one knows the SAC price. If you guys do, comment in the comment. I would love to know the SAC price for Power City.
No.
Yeah, no.
Hold on. Maybe if I go on the Telegram, I'm sure I could find it in there.
Do you guys know the Power City front end? Can you comment if you know the Power City front end?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, liquidity started with 400K. That's great.
It is.
Oh, here we go. I got it.
You got the Earn.
I got Earn. Let's have a look. Paste this in here. No results, huh? What if we go to, let's just Google it. I want a price chart.
Apps. Launch.
Earn contract addresses.
Testnet. You guys.
Unipool. Is it on let's do it this way. I wanted to bring this up on stream. We could have a look. But it's not showing any of this. Maybe I need to go to like Gecko Terminal. Let's try that. I'm not seeing on these contract addresses on Dex Screener outside of what we just looked at. Maybe the other ones haven't launched. It's not on Gecko Terminal either.
It's possible, yeah, that Watt is the only thing that's out, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. So there's the LP, the PX, yeah, the PXDC. So they're stable, and the Earn tokens I'm not seeing on Dex Screener or on Gecko Terminal. Okay, maybe those ones aren't launched yet.
Maybe not. I'm looking through Dex Screener too. I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. They got the beginnings out. That's great. Yeah, good job. Shout out to those guys. I was giving them hell in the in the Telegram last week, and credit where credit is due. You guys have launched, and I think that's fabulous. We're excited to see how the protocol performs in time.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty bullish on Power City. It was one of my favorite protocols with all the building they're doing around it, and then the attachment of their liquidity fork, and the fact that they did a liquidity fork, and then want to do a new sacrifice. I like that. They were just like, hey, if you sack for Watt, we're going to give you the earn token. That to me was really cool. So yeah, we'll see how it performs. We're going to see some dumping. This could be maybe this week, man. Maybe this week is our the last push down. I'm gonna be watching really close. Maybe going into Christmas. Who knows?
Yeah.
Man, one last Christmas present to buy the dip.
Yeah, seriously, that'd be great. That would be great.
Yeah, Earn is not live, just the core. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, do you have the core address, Red Squirrel? I just found I could only find the test net. Do you have the URL? I would like to go in there and at least look at the NFT and see.
Yeah, agreed.
How many coins I got and what value.
Agreed. Because they have in the Telegram, they have the contract addresses for Watt, the staked Watt NFTs, and the Watt Pulse LP. They have the PXDC and Earn. It just, a lot of that stuff isn't out yet, it looks like.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It makes sense to be able to launch in stages. They've got so much stuff going on over there. You'd hate for it all to launch at once and then not work well.
They do. I mean, technically, they're bringing like 5 or 6 protocols to Pulse Chain just in this one, one sack. It's yeah. At first, I remember when they first came out. This is like 2 years ago because they were shortly right after Liquid Loans. I heard about Power City. It might have been like after Mintra, but either way, I was like, man, they're trying to accomplish too much. Why don't they just focus on one thing? I remember thinking that. And then as time went on and I got more exposure to their team, to what they're building, they would have constant Twitter spaces. KDP obviously came on board with their team for a long time. So she did a great job of explaining a lot of this stuff. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Red Squirrel. Oh, it's okay. So it's www.core.powercity.io. But yeah. I thought really they were taking on too much, and then I got
say it again, Corey.
It's going to be core.powercity.io. Powercity.io.
Cool. Let's do it.
Here she is. Man, they better have a dark feature. They don't have dark feature. I'm not
You're selling.
I'm selling. Don't give me this white, like, hurt my eyes.
Right. Yeah, I want to see if I could check my balance.
All right, let me.
Oops, typed it in wrong. Let's see what
there's 100 million Watt locked up. Watt price is tanking fast. 0015. I remember it was just 0025 a second ago. Oh, 004. Man, it's going fast. People are just, like I said, man, all the guys who exited out of the ecosystem who do not want to be here anymore, that's who's, mainly, I think, selling. Those guys are getting out. They're going on. Let them go on. Where is the NFTs, though?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see.
Obviously, the people are getting access to them because they're selling.
Right, exactly.
How about claim? Loading details, claim and stake. Add Watt. Let me add my Watt token to MetaMask.
Do you have to claim your NFT?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see it here in the claim. I guess I'm not selling. Price is gonna be tanked so bad. I'll be be no point to sell. Where is your wallet?
I don't see anywhere to claim. Where are
Yeah.
you seeing claim?
There's a claim section, but I don't see, like, I don't have, I wonder if it's different claiming. Below, NFT stake is waiting for you. Oh, review information below and claim its stake. Wait, below, NFT stake is waiting for you. Oh, here it is.
Oh, did you find it?
You're eligible to claim. Okay, wait. So I don't want to. Do I want to claim this?
Oh yeah, maybe you're destroying the NFT if you claim it.
Claim allocation. We're all learning, walking through this on a live stream. This is great. Get
Archie says button at bottom for dark mode. Oh yeah, the toggle at the bottom right.
Oh, thank you.
There it is.
You just saved my bag.
Cryptos. I guess this is a Power City launch stream. It is. We're here for it.
Liquid loans looks a lot prettier. Yeah, LL, I would agree with that. LL put a lot of effort and time to make their front end look really pretty. But I mean, for us crypto geeks, like, we don't. I mean, I don't care. Just make me a freaking bunch of money, man.
Right. Right.
Just make me a bunch of money. Okay, so you're. I don't know if it says claim. I could claim and stake. You're eligible to claim, and it gives me my Watt token balance. Claim tokens will be automatically staked. Am I supposed to do that? Can you guys confirm? Am I supposed to claim and stake? Red Squirrel, can you confirm? Is that what I'm doing here? I don't want to break the NFT thing. Like,
No.
What do I do here? Help me out, guys. It says I don't have an NFT. Maybe I need to claim it to get the NFT.
Right.
Our group, Power Cities Live. Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, that's probably a good way to end it today.
Yeah.
We'll have to go in and do some playing around with the protocol today, and we come back and talk more about the specifics maybe tomorrow. Yeah,
I like it. We could do a host show, kind of like just talking through everything, and maybe even going through some of their they have the NFT platform that's connected to the core. They have a bridge that's connected to the core. They have a there was like 5 things, and I can't remember all of it now. It's so long ago when they were doing this.
They have Portal X.
Portal X is connected to the core.
Those are the 2 that I remember, Portal X and their NFT platform, but there were a few more, yeah.
Yeah. So, it would be cool to come in here and look around. Oh, here's instructions. Thanks, Red Squirrel. Red Squirrel sent me all Genesis claims. So we could claim. So all Genesis claims are automatically staked at a 2x AMP bonus. If you unstake, you will lose the 2x bonus. If you choose to stake Watt again after you unstake it, you will receive the market rate of AMP, meaning you lose it. So that's
okay.
So
you want to claim it, automatically stakes it, and if you want to keep your multiplier, you just leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Otherwise, once you undo it, then you no longer get that 2x multiplier. And I'm going to crunch some numbers really quick. I mean, obviously, if I was going to Jeep the bag, I should have done it when it first launched. But I'm just curious.
Yeah. Give us an idea in percentage where you're at from your.
Oh, dude, no.
Down.
I'm already down like 70%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna crunch those numbers one more time. That's crazy. People are just freaking selling this like.
Well, so here's the thought. We'll have to talk about this on another show, but man, like seeing how all of these protocols, gosh, I wonder if it would have almost made sense to launch like a good chunk below what the best sacrifice rate was to try to disincentivize the selling. I wonder if that would have been useful. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, where you set the liquidity at when you first initialize, like set it like a 10x below the sac price. Let the
Yeah,
guys
put some liquidity in there, put it really low, and you're like, if you guys want to sell for nothing, by all means, sell for nothing.
So interesting. Total market cap right now is 227,000. So yeah, it's because of all the staked watt. Okay. Total watt locked is 116 million watt is locked, and PLP locked is 1.3 million. Interesting. We're starting to climb back up a little bit now. We touched down to 2010. Now we're at 2012. Don't mean that we won't have more people selling, but sure. maybe we're kind of, yeah. I mean, man, we crashed real quick. I mean, literally I dropped 70-80% of my value right on stream here.
Right.
I don't even give a shit no more, dude. I'm so immune to this now. It's like whatever. I'm just ready to like get all this out of the way and let's move on with our lives. I'm good at making money, so I'll put more money in the ecosystem, and that's it. I think the SAC took in too much money. Yeah, they all did, man. I mean, all the big ones did. Instead of doing a 1 billion SAC, if we did a 100 million SAC, whatever, roughly. Yeah, I agree. All the SACs should have been capped. And in my opinion, man, there should have been no PulseX SAC, period. PulseX should have been given to everyone for free who SAC for Pulse Chain. That is my opinion.
Or not done a token representing it. Yeah.
He could have done that too. Yeah. But if he had given it away for free, like,
yeah. I like that idea. I mean, imagine like the problem is you soaked up all of the buy pressure by doing a sacrifice. You soaked all of it up. Nobody's buying. Like nobody's buying early. You know, like you soaked it all up in the sack. So
yeah. And it's the same here with the Watt token. I mean, think about it. These guys had their sacrifice open the entire time we were waiting for Pulse Chain. And so, like, who's going to buy Watt now? Like, why would you want to buy it? Like, if you didn't sack for it, it means you didn't want it.
Yep. Yeah, Archie nailed it. Yeah.
You're only going to have sellers.
Lessons have been learned.
Oh boy, have they ever! I'm just, I thank God I know how to make money, so I can.
Corey, you launching your own token here, man?
There's a Corey Geary token on Pulse Chain. There better not be a Corey Geary token. I don't know. If there is, guys, it's a scam. I didn't create it.
Yeah, we're not behind that.
That's a scam. I have not created a Corey Geary token on Pulse Chain. So, like, if there is one, don't buy it. If I ever launch a token, you guys would know about it.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, I have no intentions on launching anything, man. I just want to.
But there will be a sacrifice open for years to be able to soak up all the money. And no, just kidding.
Right. Oh my gosh! And then we're just gonna dump it all when we launch. Just completely dump. Like,
right. Oh man, no, this has been great, Kaisa. I feel like there are lots of good clips from this one, so go back and watch.
Yeah, Dane went on a tangent, man. You got to clip some of those tangents that Dane did.
If you clip some of my swearing, if you wouldn't mind just like bleeping it out, make it a little more family.
But when Dane swears, that's how you know he's on edge. Like you
try not to swear a lot, man. But there's
you pricked the nerve. Or you got under his skin when the swear words start coming out.
It's true. That is accurate. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, once again, appreciate you guys being here. This is fun. We covered a ton of stuff today. Smash the likes, subscribe on your way out, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
We're here to pump everybody's bags.
Absolutely, guys. And we'll see you mañana.
Yep. See you guys.